Hello and welcome to another review of a film that I've seen on Mubi. This time I'm reviewing the film Bergman Island, directed by Mia Hansen-Løve. Now I had seen this film already a few months ago when it came out at the cinema in London, so I knew I had enjoyed it, so I was looking forward to seeing it a second time. I would say overall this film is nothing dramatic, but it has a beautiful quality about it, and I very much enjoyed watching this film a second time. It's one of those films that I find a bit hard to pinpoint what actually works about the film, because it's quite slow, with not very much happening really. I think primarily it is about the acting. It must be good writing and really good acting. Vicky Krieps is absolutely amazing, and Tim Roth is pretty good as well. Although it's about this couple of filmmakers, Chris, the Vicky Krieps character, is definitely the main character. Tony, who seems to be the more famous, the more successful filmmaker, is actually completely secondary to it. In fact, I've realised this second time that we actually know nothing about his work. We know very little about his work, whereas we do get to know quite a lot about her work. I like, one thing I like about this film is that some of the other characters in the film, you're not really sure whether they're actors or whether they're just real people. When they're people who are talking about Bergman, it feels like a documentary, and I really liked that. I mean, this film is about, obviously it's about Bergman. He kind of looms large through the whole film, but it's a film about filmmaking and particularly about the writing process. It did remind me a little bit of the film that Joe and I reviewed, Black Bear. It's a film about filmmaking, and there's a film within a film. I mean, they're very different films, but I think they make a good double bill. I've really felt inspired after watching this film to not only to watch Bergman films, but to write, and to write with a fountain pen. They both sit there writing with fountain pens, and that just really touched me. I really liked the Bergman references. As I said, Bergman is really in this film. It could be clunky and it could be obvious, but I think this is done really well. And also it doesn't shy away from Bergman's defects and his darker side in a way that's not disrespectful to his work, but just honest about who he was. The film within a film, I really liked this, and the overlap between the films, and the way that we're not really sure whether Chris is herself or whether she's the character within her film, Amy. And I really like the fact that one of the characters, the male characters, seems to exist as himself in both films, in the film and the film within the film. I just loved that little ambiguity. As I say, I've seen it twice. I really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend this film. Next time I'm reviewing the film Wet Sand, the Georgian film directed by Elena Navariani. See you next time.